What up, YouTube fam? So we just got our app set up with Test Flight. So now we're gonna, I guess, set up login with Apple, that little prompt that you get, and play around with some more stuff. Just kind of see what we can do, get it configured a little bit more, and go from there. So here we are in our app. Let's come over to the simulator. We'll log in. So for this, I am using a test account just to play around with it. And I set that up. I honestly don't remember. It's called a Sandbox Apple account. So in here. There. I set that up there. You can just add it. It does have to have like a real email. You can set all that up. And then it's an Apple account that you can log in with. So let's go ahead and log in with that. Signing in here. Sure, we'll just merge them. It's all the same info anyway. There should be no contact, so signed in there. Sweet. Okay. Let's go back to our apps. Probably not on there. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. It does not yet support Android or web. Okay. Any app that includes third-party authentication options must provide Apple to comply with the App Store review guidelines. Okay. So let's see, installation, we'll go ahead and install that. Configuration in the app config. You can configure blah using its built-in config plugin if you use config plugins in your project. So if we use that, this plugin allows you to configure various properties that cannot be set at runtime and require building a new binary to take effect. If your app does not use EAS build, yes, yes, then you'll need to manually configure the package. So we're just going to let Expo do the heavy lifting here, set up an iOS to enable the sign-in with Apple capability in your apps, so that the iOS uses Apple sign-in property to true in your project's app config. Let's go ahead and delete that. We don't need that anymore. That was just for playing around purposes. So it should be in here. Yep. All right. iOS. Where's iOS? Here we go. It uses Apple sign-in to true. So we'll go ahead and paste that in there. And then example app.json with config plugin. We'll use iOS capability signing to enable the required capabilities before building. So let's see where the plugins are right here. All right, so we will add that. Looks like it needs to go right. Yeah, right there. We'll just take that, paste it there. All right. So what was it? It was npx run iOS. Yeah, Expo run iOS. How did I run it before? Why? Okay. Okay. Yes, build automatically synchronizes capabilities on the Apple Developer Console with your local entitlements configuration when you run EAS build. Capabilities are web services provided by Apple. Think of them like AWS or Fire-based services. Okay. Feature can be disabled. Entitlements in an Expo app. The entitlements are read from the introspective app config. To edit them, see the iOS entitlements field in your app config file. You can see your introspective config file by running that. To your project, and then look for the iOS entitlements object. Let's just go ahead and run that and see what happens for the results. Okay. Um, Interesting. Oh, it's not actually JSON. That's why. Okay. So entitlement, okay, so we just did that. Enabling if the support is present in the entitlements file, then running EAS build will enable it on developer console. If the capability is already enabled, then EAS build will skip it. Okay. Supported capabilities. Just see signing. Nope. All right, let's just run it again and see what the error was. No code signing certificates available to you. So all right, so I got Xcode open. We went into settings. We're gonna add an account. We're gonna try this. Okay, so let's just follow this then. Okay, cool. So we have that. So let's do that. So now we have it here in open in Xcode. Then the target with the name targets. So app. Select the first project in the navigator, then the target with the same name in targets list. I don't know. Here. So we moved here, so we're going to select that. So we went there, boom, boom, boom. Automatic team. Aha. Okay. So that did it. Select a physical device to build the app onto. Where's that at? All right, let's try this now. Did that work? Auto signing app using team. Okay, cool. I guess that worked. Sure. And just cancel all that for now. Looks like it's running now though, so that's cool. Let's go back to how this works. We did that. I'm just gonna close that. Where those apps go? Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. There we go. So I can do it without following any of the instructions above. Interesting, you'll need to add the config plugin to use this library if you're using Auth build. When you sign into Expo Go, identifiers and values you receive will likely be different than what you'll receive in standalone apps. Interesting. Do limited testing of this library on the iOS simulator. However, not all methods will behave the same as on a device, so we highly recommend testing on a real device when possible while developing. We'll take a look at how to verify the response in a minute. And the rest of the kind of documentation for it once we have that working. Do. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh crap. We forgot to actually set it all up. Okay, gives me access to developer console. That's cool. But let's go home. Let's go. Okay, so we got it built. Now let's copy that. I guess nope. Yeah, layout maybe. So this is in the root layout, and then that's around there. All right. I know that this tabs is kind of like a specialty thing. Yeah, I guess Auth screen. Okay. So we're getting the full name and the email here. So let's do a console log of that just to see what we get back. And then, yeah, let's try doing all of, let's just not include that. So we have our theme provider and then app. Yeah. So aha, sweet. So sign in. Aha, sweet. Hide my email. Continue. Boop. I have no idea what my passwords are. Actually, I have no idea. Whoops. All right, sweet. So we got some info back. And that means we are logged in. That's pretty sweet. Well, be right back. Gotta use the restroom. Sweet. So let's go ahead and just make a new branch here. Okay. And we're gonna rename this session to Expo, and we will rename this to backend. Sure, we'll update it. Cool. That was quick. I want to get rid of this. How do I catch specific errors? Okay. So what kind of errors can we throw from this? Can we look at the code for Apple Auth? That'd be nice. Aha. Types. Do we have an exception? Hmm. So that's what we're getting back, I believe. Yeah. AS authorization error. How do we how do we catch that? How do we define that in TypeScript? If um, aha. So catch, and we can do that. So that doesn't work. But we do know that it's some sort of error. So let's, what type is this though? Coded error. Okay, let's try that. So we're coded error. Aha. Boom. Why do we still have a red? Oh, that's dumb. Does that work? That's okay. I hate it. That's from this. Stupid. Anything else is not supported. All right. Stupid. So now we don't get that. That's cool. Yeah, we'll just keep all that. I don't really care. So now sign in. I guess sign in with password. Oh, I don't want to do this again. All right. So now let's see. Verifying the response from Apple. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a thing there. Not response, requests is what we want. We're probably going to want JSON. See what this thing looks like. Do I have JWT? We're going to do PyJWT. Okay, so sweet. Decoded is going to be JW. Sure. Sure. And then we have the key ID. So nope. We can just do that. And then looks like there's a keys. So keys. And then so these are actually the keys. And then let's just do a little dictionary comprehension here. We have key ID, and then key for this is actually the key info. Key info. Oh, for key info in that. Okay. Let's try that. Let's do that. And then let's just see what we get. Sweet. All right. So we need, yeah. Let's go back to this. We need the encoded JWT. That's the first item there. And then this is going to be key and then alg for the algorithm. And then I do believe this is actually probably the key itself. So key, like the value of it. It's probably not going to work. Yeah. Let's do jwt.io and go back to this and see what we get. Oh, geez, really? Okay, so we need this info. But what if I, here we go. Okay, so we can use get unverified token. Okay, so unverified headers is going to be, yeah. There. Or I guess just unverified header. Cool. So then the key ID is going to be unverified header kid, and key al is that. It's going to be verified decoded, because at that point we can validate that it did come from Apple. Okay. Oh, that has to be a list. So we don't even need that. What did I do to that poor word? Ah, that's what we need. Okay, so let's go back to this. So we need that. Okay, now this should work. Okay, let's go back. So get public key from Apple response. Let's try that. That's getting the first one. In bytes, e bytes. Decode it. Okay, so key in bytes is going to be key in, and then key e bytes is equal to that. So base 64 decode. Let's just Let's see what we get here. The exponent value for the public key, and then we have the modulus set for the public key. The intended use. Okay. Get RSA key with exponent and modulus Python. All right, how do we validate that? Okay, incorrect padding. Let's try it. Okay. getting somewhere. Do E and E. So now we have bytes. So we don't need that anymore. Don't need that. So we have both of those. Key factory, get instance key, get KTY. Okay. That's a bummer. Don't need that. We're done with that. Done with that. Oh, that's dope. Okay, hold on. Boom. Ah. You knew there had to be a better way to do that. Mm. Can I just do that? Keys and then 0. So key payload plus whatever. It's just the entire first one. Let's go through here. And we're just going to go from here and see what we get. Okay. So what does the audience have to be? How do I get that? Did I have that in this? Oop. Fuck yeah. So then the audience so if we just did unverified decoded, it'd be or encoded don't have to do that, don't have to do that. Now let's just see what we get. So that worked. Let's just do that again just to verify. What did I take out? Oh, let's do that. Oh, huh. Okay. Hold on. I see it. Oh, it's the other way. So now we have our Apple Auth working. Have a sample on how to validate the JWT. So now all right, get all right, we'll figure that out next time. But cool. So now we have a sample on how to do Apple Auth and validate the token using Python. Gonna take a break here. I'm gonna get some food. I'll probably hop back on later, and we will kind of work with our probably the back end a little bit here to get. Actually, no, we'll just work with this. We'll start adding some like information that the user can add, and we'll try to get our app kind of working a little bit where it can actually do something. Cool. Yeah, I'll stop here for now and catch you guys later. See you.